everyone, my name is Olia, and today I would like to introduce you the books and the materials that I use to teach Indonesian language for beginner. Alright, but first of all, I live in Seoul, Korea. So most of the books that I have, it's in Indonesian and Korean. But don't worry, I will translate it into English and I will explain it in English. Alright, let's start. This one, it's called Indonesian Language, and in this book, it covers like more to survival Indonesian, okay? Wait a second. So it has, this is like a greetings and self-introduction. And in here, they have a conversation. And after the conversation, they have the vocabularies and also simple grammar. And there's another grammar. And also exercise. And behind this is listening. And some part has also reading, simple reading. So with this book, you can travel in Indonesia. So this is basically for surviving, like asking such a weather, whether it's cheap or expensive, and how to get there, but in a very simple way. Okay, and after that, of course, you will need a native there. Not just this, I have two other books. Ta-dang! Both of these I got it in Indonesia, okay? You cannot get it in Korea. So you can, this one is called Bahasa. The writer is actually a Korean, but in here is mostly just Indonesian language. The Korean part is at the back, at the, at the grammar. At the grammar part, but the reading and the conversation all in Indonesian language and without any English or Korean language. Okay, and at the behind is the grammar, as you can see, the grammar and with some exercise. This book for Korean learners, it can be difficult because it has no answers. So the exercise part, if you fill it out, you will never know whether your answers are correct or not without a native Indonesian or without a teacher. So, but this book is very beneficial, especially for teachers, because it's really easy and has an exercise part at the back. So for teachers, this book is good. And this one is Jalan bahasa. Jalan means street and bahasa means language. As you can see, this is called Jilid 1. So this is number 1 and it has until number 3, if I'm not mistaken. So this book is more about vocabularies and grammar. But I hardly ever use this book. You know why? Can you see? Because it has so many sentences and there is no space, so it's just a little space, and for me it's just even though I'm a native, it's kind of tiring. But as a teacher, I'd rather, to put it a little bit far away and then type again the exercise part in here. It has very little about grammar, but a lot of exercise. So if you will face an Indonesian test, these two books are recommended. Jalan bahasa and Bahasa. And for surviving, for maybe less than 3 weeks for traveling, is this one. So guys, I like to make my own materials. I will show you, okay? So this is like one of my materials. Let's see this one, okay? What you can see. This is a hat. A hat in Indonesian language is kepala. Hat, kepala. And this one, I know it's a steel, but I would like to explain. Actually, this is about what is a heart. Heart. Okay. Heart is keras. Keras is heart. Keras kepala. One more time. Keras kepala. Keras kepala. Hard head. What's that mean? That means stubborn. Keras kepala. Stubborn. So I like to make this kind of stuff. For example, in here, murah. I think you guys need to know this. Murah means cheap, and senyum is smile. Murah senyum. This means that somebody who likes to smile. Okay. And I also make like this. I summarize all the vocabularies. For example, this is about occupation. This is about the country. I memorize this, and then I often make like this is for a test. The test is for my students, and I like to make, you know, like what's really in there. This is KFC, Indonesian KFC. So I like to show, oh, this is the price and this is what you have. For example, in this KFC, what do you see? These are rice, okay? Rice and chicken, and also Coca-Cola, and I don't know what is this. So because each country, as you know, each country has their own culture. In Indonesia, when you eat chicken, you also eat rice. Okay, and I also like to listen to YouTube, and I make the script of the YouTube, because I think it's really necessary for your listening. Not just listen to your teacher or from a CD or MP3, but you got to accustom with the other native, you know, with the other locals there. And also, I also have a lot of this. I'm not promoting Lotte, but my mom likes to go there. Alright, so guys, Indonesian language is pretty easy, okay? Let's do it with me. Okay, let's read together with me. This is called kualitas. Kualitas. Kualitas is quality, and kualitas hebat. Kualitas hebat. What's that mean? Good quality. But hebat is actually like awesome. Okay, so it's a really good quality. Okay, so I have stuff like this, the reality. Alright, but guys, I have two other textbooks that I often use for online teaching. Ta-da! This is called Indonesia어 부탁해. That means like help me with my Indonesian. And the other one, this one is 인도네시아어 첫걸음 모든 것. It's like everything for the basic step Indonesian language. What I like about these two books is because they have pictures, animations, and also Korean language explanations, and for the pronunciation as well. These books, they are not highlight on the exercising, but for survival. Okay, let me show you a little bit. So for example, this one, it has the Indonesian language, and then this is how you pronounce it, but it's in Korean language. And then next to here is the vocabulary and a little bit about Indonesia. And this book is pretty much the same. Pretty much the same. This is about the number, and I think it has a culture as well. Yep, but the culture is more about the vocabulary, the color, like that. So these are the textbooks that I use, and it's very recommended for the beginners. I do give an online teaching or offline teaching, and last time I teach Canadian. Well, most of my students are Korean, and I teach Korean people, Indonesian, with Korean language. So 한국어로 설명하는 거예요. So I explained it in Korean. But one time I got a Canadian, an expatriate, a Canadian guy that I taught Indonesian, and I have to use this kind of textbooks because I don't have in Indonesian and English, but he understands Korean a bit, so that's he understands Koreans a lot actually. So that's what how the class was. All right, so contact me through here, and thank you for watching, and always stay productive. Okay, bye bye.